I found a whole lot of cross-stitch kits, an amazing dining room table set, and the cutest pair of shoes that I have ever seen. I'm Michelle, this is my romantic tangle, and let's go thrifting. I love these log cabin banks. I don't know why, and I'm kind of surprised I haven't picked one up yet. Here's a barrel end table, and it is twice the price that my husband and I paid for an actual antique barrel at an estate sale a while back. Thrift stores are just not always your best deal. I thought I saw the back of an antique, so I scooted around the corner, past the rack of Easter wreaths, and yep, there it is. It is old. It's pretty, nothing spectacularly memorable, but I'm going to spend way too much time trying to remember what piece of furniture from my childhood had those same drawer pulls, because those are really, really familiar in that fun thrift store deja vu sort of way. Take a look at these shoes. Look at all of the bling and the glitter and those impossibly high heels. And they are just unbelievably tiny. I think that pair next to him might be a size 8. They didn't have a size on them to satisfy my curiosity. Here's a stamped cross stitch baby quilt, and I think without the color key, it would be really hard to finish that. Just bought one of these circle punches a couple of weeks ago for far less than they wanted for it here at the thrift store. And there's a cross stitch kit. Pretzel Day. I think these were office themed. And then right next to it on the shelf was another one. This one was Ted Lasso. I don't know that show, but I think it's a newer one, so I'm kind of wondering how these got to the thrift store quite so quickly. Here's a really cute DMC kit. Again, I think it's newer. And once you see the first 2 or 3 kits, then you start looking because there are likely to be more. There's a second Pretzel Day kit. Look at the Santas. Okay, now we're into things that I could see myself stitching. And yes, the Santas did come home with me because they were only $2. And I thought at the time that the kit still had its factory seal, but I think I might have been wrong about that. I haven't opened it yet to see whether I made a mistake or not. When I do, I'll let you know. And once you find that many kits, double back down the aisle, look to see what is hiding in the party supplies and stationery. Yep, there's Disney's Eeyore. I see that same kit fairly frequently, so it must have been a popular one. But at the same time, that's an awful lot of Eeyore kits that weren't stitched and got donated to the thrift store instead. I like this cookie jar, the trees and the canoe and the chimney. If I had a cookie jar, that would be the sort of cookie jar I would have. There have been a lot of posts on our neighborhood watch lately about seeing the same people or vehicles at more than one place when you're running your errands, and the potential for human trafficking and just a lot of doom and gloom. There was a car in the parking lot of this Goodwill with a very distinctive paint job, and a few minutes later we were at Hobby Lobby, again parked beside that same car. Nobody has any nefarious intentions. I think it's just nice weather and people who are headed the same places, because if you like thrifting, you might also need to go to the craft store. Look at this table and chairs. Yes, I see the missing spindles in the back of a couple of the chairs, but these are gorgeous. It was only about $150 for the set. I could not pry myself away from these. Was not the day to buy new furniture and figure out how to get it home and what to do with the existing furniture, but oh, I am tempted. And there's another very pretty little antique table. I wonder if those all came from the same house. I am enamored with the idea of vintage his and her towels and things like that. I've done a lot of embroidery, his and her stuff. I did figure out pretty quickly that I'm more in love with the idea than the actual towels that would be inside of the packaging. I'll go home and embroider another set. Let me know what you think, and thanks for thrifting with me. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle.